YouTube, how y'all doing? Before I get started, please hit that like and subscribe button for your boy, man. I truly appreciate that, man. I appreciate everyone commenting on my last two videos that I dropped about reparations. But let's get started. Black Americans, foundational Black Americans, my Solani people, my Gullah Geechees, my slave descendants, you know what I mean? My Creole people, my Black Indians, my Aborigines, my freedmen people, my slave babies, as they say in the negative way, slave babies, my Negroes. How are y'all feeling about these ICE raids? How y'all feeling seeing the protests in LA trying to protect the illegal immigrants? How y'all feel about that? Do y'all care? You know, are you feeling saddened inside your heart seeing these people get deported? Are you sad seeing these families get separated? Are you sad about that? Like, are you really sad about that? Now, for me, I don't care. I don't care at all. And the reason why I don't care, because those people never cared about us. They never did. They never give a damn about what happened to us with the police. They never give a damn what happened with us with gentrification. They never give a damn about even our Black women still can't wear their hairstyles at jobs. You don't see them speaking out against stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? They don't care when our children get separated from the parents. They don't care about that. When that 95 crime bill hit, and just imagine all the kids that were separated from mama and daddy. There was no Hispanic speaking out for Black people like that, when Black people was the majority of people that was getting caught up in that 94 crime bill. I'm not saying Hispanics didn't, but it was a lot of them. As I'm talking, you hear my dog snoring. Forgive me, y'all. Forgive me, she's snoring right now. But they never cared about that. They never did. And why should we? Why should we care about a group of people that practice anti-Black hatred, especially in LA, especially what's going on in LA right now? It's hard for me to feel sorry for those people out there on how they do Black folks out there in LA. You got police squads out there, got their own gang within the sheriff's department and the police department that targets Black people. So how can I get upset? How can I feel bad? How can I feel sad for those people? And those same people voted for their own demise anyway. They voted for Trump anyway. So how can I care about stuff like that? How? How can I care about the people that don't even care about their own people? I couldn't imagine Black Americans. Let's say we fled like they flee, right? Let's say we ran to Mexico, right? And then there's a lot of Black, now we citizens. Now we citizens of Mexico. We fled to Mexico. we got citizenship. We denounced the United States and everything, right? But now all of a sudden, through years of we, living as citizens in Mexico, you got these illegal Black Americans, FBAs or whatever coming across the border, right? Them our people still. Even though we citizens in Mexico, them our people still. I couldn't imagine us going to the voting booth, voting for someone that said, hey, we're going to deport the Black Americans that's crossing this border. The Black Americans is the issue. The Black Americans is taking the jobs. The Black Americans is doing this and doing that. I couldn't imagine us voting, saying, okay, we're going to vote for him so the Black Americans can't come over here. They're my people. They're my people that's coming over there. I couldn't imagine us going against the grain collectively and voting against our own people. So why should we care? Why should we care? I'm seeing a lot of Black people, not a lot, let me stop. I'm seeing some Black people that saying how it's wrong, saying how we shouldn't be feeling like this. They're human. They're not being treated fairly in these ICE detention camps. But what about us, what we've been through? These people never had sympathy or empathy for us, of the things and the atrocities that we went through in this country. So why should we? Why should we? These people have a history of anti-Black racism, hatred towards Black people. These same people will get on TV and say we lazy. We should stop talking about racism. We should pick ourselves up by the bootstraps. How they came across the border with no money and how they made it out here in life. We hearing all these things. How we need to stop blaming the white man for everything. How we should stop talking about racism. They saying there's no racism. How can you be oppressed? How can you be oppressed? But now look at them. These same people that said all these things now looking at us like, hey, Negroes, can you help us? Little Eliante don't have a mother and father because the mother and father got shipped back to Mexico or Venezuela. Like, why should we care about these people, bro? There's no reason that we should care because they never cared about us collectively. I'm not saying individuals. Cause I know some cool Hispanic people, man, that I rock with, I'm cool with. I ain't got nothing against them, man. But collectively, they practice anti-black racism, or they ignore what happens to us, and we always been the one fighting for them. Everything we get, we say, hey man, let's bring our brown brothers over here and get something. You know, they can get some of this little piece of crumb we got. They can get half the crumb. But once they start getting half the crumb, and they saw the benefits of black people's struggle, the history of black people in this country, that's when they want to start, you know, like, okay, let me get some of this, but we're going to fight for our own cause, but we ain't going to let the black people get none of this stuff we getting. We ain't going to let them get none of these benefits. We ain't going to let them get none of these funds that the government is releasing for us. We ain't going to fight for them. The Negroes got to fight for themselves. We never had that attitude towards them. But I'm happy to see a lot of black people turning their back. It's a lot of black people say, hey, it's your fight. You got to fight for yourself. Now they got the National Guard out there going against them. And I think that's a great thing for us. And black people, all these jobs that's about to be open, like construction, what else they doing out here? Landscaping, even cleaning up, like cleaning up these buildings, especially in Texas. There's a lot of buildings out here that Mexicans got a strong hold on within the cleaning service. You know what I'm saying? What I mean is, like, you can get a contract, you know, with these big office buildings or restaurants or whatever to clean it up. So it's a big stronghold on that. This is the perfect time for black people to get their footing in. And even if you don't know construction, learn it. Especially in the South, like places like Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, Georgia, Tennessee, and Arkansas. There are a lot of black people that have construction, their own construction business. They do roofing, they do flooring, they even build houses. You know what I mean? Bricklayer. We still got bricklayers out here in the South. You know what I mean? And I think this is a prime opportunity to teach the younger people, even people my age, on how to do this. You know what I mean? So we can get into this game, so we can start making money again and get to where we going. Because let's be real, when them people start building these houses, these new houses, they ain't worth a damn, especially in Texas. These houses ain't worth nothing out here. You know what I mean? So anyway, so black Americans, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about this? Speak about it in the comments. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and y'all have a great day. Peace out.